You are standing at a threshold right now. Not metaphorically, not as a figure of speech. Actually, literally, in the architecture of your consciousness, you are standing at a gate that just opened. And the fact that you found this transmission, the fact that you are here, listening to these words at this exact moment in your life, is not coincidence. It is confirmation. It is the gate showing you that it is open. Let me tell you what you've been feeling. You've been feeling like something is about to happen. Not in the vague, wishful way that people talk about things being about to happen, but in a precise, almost physical way, like a pressure behind your sternum, like a sound you can almost hear, like standing at the edge of something vast and dark and luminous all at once, and not being able to name it, and not being able to stop feeling it. You've been feeling like you were built for something more than this. Not arrogantly, not delusionally, but with a quiet, persistent certainty that has survived every disappointment, every setback, every moment where the world looked you in the eye and told you that you were ordinary. That certainty is still there. It never left. And here is what I need you to understand right now, before we go any further. That certainty is not a feeling. It is a frequency. It is a signal. It is your consciousness recognizing something that your logical mind hasn't caught up to yet. It is the part of you that already knows what you are standing at the edge of, trying to get the rest of you to look. Look. The gate is open. And what is on the other side of this gate? What is waiting for you in the quantum state that your consciousness is about to collapse into? Is a version of your life so different from what you have been living that it will feel, from where you stand right now, almost impossible to believe. Almost, because part of you already believes it. That's why you're here. That's why the certainty never left. That's why no matter how many times the world told you to be realistic, something in you refused. That refusal is not stubbornness. It is not delusion. It is not the ego protecting itself from disappointment. That refusal is the gate. And today, in this transmission, in this exact window of time that you and I are sharing right now, you are going to understand what this gate actually is. You are going to understand why it opened now, why you are standing at it now, why millions of people are standing at similar thresholds right now in this precise period of human history. You are going to understand the quantum mechanics of what is happening to you, not as metaphor, not as spiritual poetry, but as a precise description of how consciousness actually moves from one state to another. You are going to understand what it means to be a chosen one. And I don't mean that in the way that phrase has been cheapened and flattened by 1,000 motivational speeches. I mean it in the way that physics means it, in the way that quantum mechanics means it, in the precise, technical, almost brutal way that the universe selects certain consciousnesses to carry certain frequencies at certain moments in time. And then you are going to cross. One version of you is listening to these words right now. A different version of you will finish this transmission. The crossing happens in between. And once you cross, there is no going back. The old state collapses. The old version of you, the one that was waiting, the one that was doubting, the one that was asking the universe when, the one that was standing at the gate and not stepping through, that version ends here. Are you ready? Good. Then let's begin at the beginning. Let's begin with what the gate actually is. In quantum mechanics, there is a phenomenon called a phase transition. This is the moment when a system, a physical system, a collection of particles, a field of energy, crosses a threshold and changes state entirely. Not gradually, not incrementally, not through slow, patient, linear accumulation, but all at once, suddenly, discontinuously. The way water doesn't slowly become ice. It is liquid, and then it is solid, and the crossing between those two states happens at a precise, specific threshold point. The way a laser doesn't slowly become coherent. It is scattered light, and then it is a laser. And the crossing happens at a precise threshold of energy input, called the lacing threshold. Phase transitions are not gradual. They are gates. And here is what makes phase transitions so strange, so quantum, so relevant to what you are experiencing right now. The system on one side of the threshold looks nothing like the system on the other side. The properties change completely. The behavior changes completely. The possibilities change completely. Ice and water are both H2O, the same molecules, the same atoms, the same fundamental substance. But they behave so differently that they seem like entirely different things. And the only thing that separates them is the threshold, the gate. Now, here is where this becomes about you. Your consciousness is a quantum system. This is not metaphor. This is not spiritual language dressed up in physics terminology. This is a precise statement about the nature of awareness and how it actually operates. Your consciousness, the field of awareness that you experience as you, the thing that is listening to these words right now, exists in states. And like all quantum systems, it can exist in superposition, holding multiple possible states simultaneously, unresolved, undefined, hovering between what it was and what it could become. You know this feeling. You have been living in it. The superposition, the between, the sense of being simultaneously the person you have always been and the person you are becoming, without being fully either. The sense of standing in two worlds at once, belonging completely to neither. the strange liminal quality of your recent experience, the things falling away, the things not yet arrived, the sense of being in transit between one version of your life and another. That is superposition. That is your consciousness holding multiple possible states simultaneously, waiting for the collapse, waiting for the threshold, waiting for the gate. And here is the quantum mechanical truth about what happens next. The collapse is not random. Superposition doesn't resolve into just any state. It collapses into the state that is consistent with the measurement, with the observation, with the frequency, with the precise quantum conditions at the moment of collapse. Which means that the state your consciousness collapses into when it crosses this threshold is determined by what you are carrying right now, by the frequency you are holding right now, by what you believe, what you know, what you are willing to claim right now at the gate before you step through. If you can feel yourself standing in that superposition right now, between who you were and who you are becoming, there is a complete guide written for exactly this moment. The sealed timeline maps the full crossing from scattered broadcast to sealed coherence, walking you through the precise 5-phase sequence that makes the transition irreversible rather than a cycle you keep returning to. You will find it in the description below. This is why the gate opened now. Not because you did everything right, not because you have no more work to do, not because you have reached some perfect state of readiness. The gate opened now because your frequency, the precise quantum signature of your consciousness right now, in this moment, with everything you have been through, and everything you have learned, and everything you have refused to let go of. Your frequency now matches what is on the other side. The gate opened because you are ready. Not perfectly ready, quantum mechanically ready, frequency matched ready, close enough to collapse ready. And the universe has been waiting for this moment, not passively waiting, actively waiting, preparing, accumulating, building pressure. The way a quantum system builds toward a phase transition, the way energy accumulates in a system approaching a threshold, the way the pressure mounts and mounts and mounts until the crossing happens all at once. The universe has been building toward this moment in your life, building toward this threshold. And what it has been building, what it has been accumulating, what it has been preparing on the other side of this gate is abundance on a scale that your current consciousness, the consciousness standing at the gate right now, can barely comprehend. If this transmission is landing somewhere real in you, take a second to like it and subscribe. There is more where this came from, and you are going to want to be here for it. Millions. The word in the title of this transmission is not hyperbole. It is not marketing language. It is a quantum description of what is available on the other side of this threshold. Not just financial abundance, though that is part of it, and we are going to talk about that with complete precision and zero apology. but abundance in the deepest, most comprehensive sense of the word. Abundance of possibility. Abundance of alignment. Abundance of the right people, the right circumstances, the right moments arriving in your life with a frequency and a precision that will feel, from the other side, like the universe has been waiting specifically for you to cross this threshold, so it could release everything it has been holding. Because it has, and you are standing at the gate right now. Let's talk about what it means to be chosen. The phrase chosen one has a complicated history. It has been used in mythology and religion to describe people who were selected by divine forces for extraordinary destinies. It has been used in popular culture to describe heroes who were special from birth, who had powers others didn't have, who were marked for greatness in ways that made their success feel inevitable and their struggles feel cosmically significant. And it has been cheapened, flattened, and turned into a kind of spiritual narcissism. The idea that everyone is special, everyone is chosen, everyone is destined for greatness, which sounds inclusive and empowering, but actually means nothing. I'm not using the phrase that way. When I say you are a chosen one, I mean something precise. I mean something quantum. I mean something that has nothing to do with being better than other people, nothing to do with being cosmically favored over others, nothing to do with a divine hierarchy in which some people matter more than others. What I mean is this. At any given moment in history, there are specific thresholds that need to be crossed, specific frequencies that need to be carried, specific new realities that need to be anchored in the physical world by specific consciousnesses that have been prepared. Through their exact history of experiences, through their exact combination of gifts and wounds and learnings and refusals, to hold those frequencies. The universe doesn't select these consciousnesses arbitrarily. It selects them quantum mechanically. It selects them by frequency match. The consciousness that has been prepared through the exact path it has walked to hold the exact frequency that a specific new reality requires. That consciousness is chosen, not by preference, by physics. And here is what makes this moment extraordinary. We are living through a period of cascading threshold crossings, a period in which the frequency of the collective human field is approaching, has been approaching for years, and is now at a phase transition point. A moment where the old reality, the old paradigm, the old set of agreements about what is possible and what isn't, what wealth means and who gets it, what success looks like and who deserves it, those old agreements are collapsing. The old state is ending, and the new state, the state on the other side of this collective threshold, requires new frequencies, requires new anchors, requires people who have been prepared through their exact path to carry what needs to be carried into the new reality. Those people are the chosen ones, And they are chosen not because they were born special. They are chosen because they chose. They chose to keep the certainty alive when the world tried to extinguish it. They chose to hold the frequency when everything around them said to lower it. They chose to stay at the gate when every reasonable, practical, logical voice said to walk away. They chose, again and again and again, without proof, without guarantee, without the luxury of knowing for certain that the gate was real. That choosing is the selection mechanism. That choosing is what prepared the frequency. That choosing is why you are here, at this gate, at this moment, with the universe on the other side ready to release what it has been accumulating. You chose this, not once, 1,000 times. And this is the moment the universe responds. Now let's talk about the quantum mechanics of abundance, because this is where most transmissions like this one go wrong. They tell you that you deserve abundance. They tell you to visualize it, to affirm it, to believe it, to feel it. And those things are not wrong, but they are incomplete. They describe the frequency side of the equation without describing the structural side. They tell you how to tune the radio without telling you how the signal actually travels. Here is the structural truth about how abundance moves. In physics, energy follows the path of least resistance. Not because the universe is lazy, because that is literally how energy works. It moves through the channels that are open to it, through the structures that can receive it, through the systems that are configured to conduct it. A river doesn't flow uphill, not because it lacks the energy to climb, but because gravity creates a structural condition that channels the energy downward. Change the structure, build a dam, redirect the channel, create a new gradient, and the water flows differently. The energy is the same. The structure determines where it goes. Abundance, financial abundance, material abundance, the kind of abundance that shows up in your bank account and your opportunities and the quality of your daily life, is energy. It moves through structures. It follows channels. And the most important channel it follows is consciousness. Your consciousness is the primary structural determinant of how abundance moves through your life. Not the only determinant. Circumstances matter. Timing matters. The collective field matters. But the primary one. Because your consciousness determines what you can see, what you can receive, what you can act on, what you can hold. Think about this precisely. Two people can be in identical external circumstances. Same resources, same opportunities, same starting point. And one of them will see the gate, and one of them won't. Not because one is smarter or more talented or more deserving. Because one of them has a consciousness that is configured to receive what is available. And one of them has a consciousness that is configured to filter it out. One of them has a quantum state that is compatible with the abundance that is present, and one of them doesn't. This is not about positive thinking. This is about quantum compatibility. This is about whether your consciousness is configured through your beliefs, your frequency, your willingness to receive, your capacity to hold, to interact with the abundance that is actually present in the field around you. And here is the thing. The abundance is always present. The universe is not withholding it from you. The universe is not testing you, punishing you, or waiting for you to earn it. The abundance is there. The gate is open. The question is always and only whether your consciousness is configured to cross through and receive it. And here is what changes at a threshold crossing: the configuration. When your consciousness crosses a phase transition, when it crosses a gate, the entire configuration changes at once. The way ice changes to water at 0 degrees, not molecule by molecule, but all at once, the entire system reconfiguring simultaneously. When you cross this threshold, your capacity to see abundance changes. Your capacity to receive it changes. Your capacity to hold it changes. Your capacity to act on it changes. Everything changes. Not gradually, all at once. This is why the universe can release millions. Not because it is handing you money from the sky, but because on the other side of this threshold, your consciousness will be configured to see, receive, act on, and hold what has always been available, but was previously invisible to the configuration you were running. The abundance doesn't change. You change, and in changing, you become capable of accessing what was always there. The gate is the configuration change. The crossing is the reconfiguration. And what becomes available on the other side is everything that was always there, waiting for a consciousness configured to receive it. I want to pause here and ask you something. Think back. Was there a moment in your life when you knew you had crossed a point of no return? A moment when everything shifted at once, when you stood at the edge of something and chose to step through, and you felt the old version of yourself complete? Leave that moment in the comments, not as a story, as a declaration, because naming it anchors it, and anchoring it strengthens the field for everyone reading. Let's talk about why now. There is a concept in complexity science called a tipping point. A tipping point is the moment in a complex system's evolution where accumulated change reaches a threshold and the system tips rapidly, irreversibly, into a new state. The classic example is the 100th monkey phenomenon, or the moment when a social movement goes from fringe to mainstream, or the moment when a new technology goes from novelty to ubiquity. These are not gradual transitions. They are tipping points, threshold crossings, gates. We are living through a tipping point in the collective human consciousness right now, and I want to be precise about what I mean by this. Because it is easy to say something like, humanity is evolving in a vague, feel-good way that means nothing. I'm not saying that. I am saying something specific. The structures that have organized human life for the last several centuries, the structures that determined who had access to resources and who didn't, who had access to information and who didn't, who had the ability to create and distribute value and who didn't. Those structures are undergoing a phase transition. The industrial model of wealth creation, in which value was generated by controlling physical resources and the labor required to process them, is giving way to a model in which value is generated by consciousness itself, by ideas, by connections, by the ability to perceive patterns that others can't see, to solve problems that others can't solve, to create experiences that others can't create. This transition has been building for decades, but it is reaching a tipping point now. The tools that allow consciousness to create value directly, without requiring access to physical capital, without requiring permission from gatekeepers, without requiring the old credentials and the old pathways. Those tools are now available to virtually everyone. The barriers that kept abundance concentrated in a small number of hands are dissolving. Not completely, not without friction, but they are dissolving. And the dissolution is accelerating. This means that the question of who becomes abundant in the next decade is not primarily a question of who has the most resources, the most connections, the most credentials, the most access to the old structures. It is primarily a question of who has the consciousness, who has the frequency, who has crossed the threshold into the configuration that can see and receive and create and hold the abundance that is now available to anyone with the right quantum state. This is why millions are being released now. Not because someone decided to be generous, because the structural conditions for abundance creation have changed fundamentally, and the change is happening now, and the people who cross the threshold now, who reconfigure their consciousness now at this precise tipping point, are the ones who will catch the wave, the ones who will be in position when the new structures fully crystallize, the ones who will look back in 5 years and understand why this moment was the gate. You are standing at that gate right now. And here is the urgency. The real urgency, not the manufactured urgency of a sales pitch, but the quantum urgency of a threshold. Gates don't stay open forever. Phase transitions happen in windows. The conditions that create the threshold, the precise combination of accumulated change, available tools, collective readiness, and individual frequency, those conditions exist in specific windows of time. Miss the window, and the next one may be years away. Cross during the window, and you arrive on the other side exactly when the new reality is crystallizing, exactly when the new structures are forming, exactly when positioning matters most. This is the window. This is the gate. This is the moment. Stop waiting. Now I want to tell you a story, a parable. Because there are truths that can only be transmitted through story. Truths that the logical mind resists, but the deeper consciousness recognizes immediately. The way you recognize a face you've never seen, but somehow know. There was a woman named Solara. She had been carrying something her whole life. Not a burden exactly, though it had felt like one for years. More like a frequency, a signal, a persistent, unignorable sense that she was meant for something that she couldn't name and couldn't see and couldn't prove, but could not stop believing in. Solara had done everything right. She had worked hard. She had developed her gifts. She had invested in herself, in her growth, in her understanding of how the world worked, and how consciousness worked, and how the intersection of the two created the conditions for a life of meaning and abundance. She had done the inner work. She had faced the fears. She had cleared the old patterns, released the old stories, reconfigured the old beliefs. She had done all of it, and still, the gate hadn't opened, or so she thought. What Solara didn't understand, what she couldn't see from where she was standing, was that the gate had been there for a long time, that it had been there through all the work, all the growth, all the clearing, that it had been there through the disappointments and the setbacks and the moments where she had almost given up. The gate had been there. She just hadn't been able to see it, because her consciousness was still configured to the old state. She was still running the old pattern, the pattern that said the gate was somewhere in the future, that she would reach it when she was ready. That readiness was a destination she was approaching rather than a state she was already in. One morning, Solara woke up, and something was different. Not dramatically different. Not in a way that she could immediately name or point to, but different. Like a sound she had been straining to hear had suddenly become clear. Like a door she had been pushing against had suddenly swung open without resistance. She sat with it for a long time. She sat with the strangeness of it, the quietness of it, the way it felt less like an arrival and more like a recognition, like something she had always known had finally become conscious. And what she recognized, sitting in that quiet, was this. She had already crossed. The gate had already opened. The threshold had already been crossed, and she had been standing on the other side for longer than she knew, still behaving like someone waiting to cross. This is the thing about threshold crossings that nobody tells you. The crossing often happens before you know it happened. The phase transition often completes before the conscious mind catches up to it. You are already on the other side. You are already in the new state. But you are still running the old behavior patterns, still operating from the old configuration, still telling yourself the old story about waiting and preparing and not yet readiness. And the gap between where your consciousness actually is and where your behavior thinks it is, that gap is where the abundance gets blocked. Solara understood this, and in understanding it, something shifted, not gradually, all at once. She stopped waiting. Not because she forced herself to stop waiting, not through discipline or willpower or positive thinking. She stopped waiting because she understood with quantum precision that there was nothing to wait for, that the gate was open, that she was already on the other side, that the only thing between her and the life that was available to her was the behavior of someone still standing at a gate that she had already crossed. She started acting from the other side. She started making decisions from the other side. She started speaking, creating, investing, connecting, all from the other side, from the configuration of someone who had already crossed, who was already in the new state, who was already receiving what the new state made available. And the universe responded, not slowly, not gradually, not after a long, patient accumulation of small improvements. The universe responded like a quantum system responding to a state change, all at once, suddenly, with a completeness and a speed that felt from the outside like luck, like magic, like something miraculous had happened. But it wasn't luck, it wasn't magic, it was physics. It was the quantum mechanics of consciousness crossing a threshold, and the universe responding to the new configuration. It was the gate. It was always the gate. And here is what Solara discovered on the other side, the thing that she had not been able to see from the other side of the threshold. The abundance had always been there. The opportunities had always been there. The connections, the resources, the right circumstances, they had all been present in the field around her for years. She simply hadn't been configured to see them. She had been running a consciousness that filtered them out, that interpreted them as not yet, as not for me, as not quite right, as almost but not yet. The threshold crossing didn't create the abundance. It reconfigured the receiver. And a reconfigured receiver can suddenly receive what was always being broadcast. This is your story too. Not because I am telling you a flattering story about how special you are, because this is the quantum mechanics of what is actually happening to you right now. The abundance is there. The gate is open. The question is whether you will act from the other side, whether you will stop running the behavior of someone waiting to cross and start running the behavior of someone who already has. Let's talk about what stopping the waiting actually means. Because this is where the transmission gets practical. This is where the quantum mechanics meet the specific, concrete, daily choices that either open the gate or keep you standing in front of it. Waiting has a specific energetic signature. It has a specific quantum configuration, and that configuration is incompatible with receiving. This is not a moral judgment about waiting. Waiting is not wrong. Waiting is not weak. Waiting is not a character flaw. But waiting, as a consciousness state, as a frequency, as a way of relating to the abundance that is available, waiting is a closed configuration. It is a configuration that says, not yet, not me, not now. And the universe, being a quantum system that responds to the configuration of the observer, mirrors that back. Not yet, not you, not now. The crossing from waiting to receiving is a threshold crossing. It is a gate. And like all gates, it doesn't open through effort. It opens through frequency. It opens when the configuration changes. It opens when the consciousness stops running the waiting pattern and starts running the receiving pattern. What does the receiving pattern look like? What does it feel like in the body, in the mind, in the daily experience of being alive? What does it mean to be on the other side of this gate, in the configuration that can receive what the universe is releasing? It feels like this. It feels like knowing, not hoping, not believing, not trying to convince yourself. Knowing, the quiet, unshakable, quantum certainty of someone who has already crossed, who is already in the new state, who already knows what is available and is simply in the process of receiving it. It is not excited. It is not anxious. It is not performing confidence to mask fear. It is still. It is clear. It is the stillness of someone standing in a river of abundance, not chasing it, not grasping at it, simply allowing it to flow through them because they are in the right place and their configuration is right. And there is nothing blocking the flow. It feels like action without urgency, not laziness. Action. Real, committed, daily action toward what you are building. But action from a different place than before. Action from certainty rather than fear. Action from abundance rather than scarcity. Action from the knowing that what you are building is already real, already done, already complete in the quantum field, and your physical actions are simply the process of allowing it to manifest in the material world. It feels like receiving without apology. This is the one that trips most people up. The capacity to receive, to actually receive, without immediately deflecting, minimizing, qualifying, or explaining away, is a skill. It is a configuration. And most people who are standing at the gate of abundance are blocked not by the lack of abundance, but by the inability to receive it. They see the gate. They step toward it. And then, at the last moment, they flinch. They make themselves smaller. They tell themselves they don't deserve it yet. They haven't earned it yet. It's too much. It's too soon. It's too good to be true. And the gate, which was open, closes. Not because the universe withdrew the abundance, because the consciousness withdrew from the configuration required to receive it. Receiving without apology means standing at the full height of what you are, It means claiming, completely, without hedging, without qualification, without the apology of smallness, what the universe is offering. It means saying yes, a full yes, a quantum yes. The kind of yes that is not a request, but a recognition. The kind of yes that doesn't ask permission, because it understands that the abundance was always yours, that the gate was always there, that the only thing that was ever in the way was the configuration that said otherwise. This is the crossing. This is the gate. This is the moment where one version of you, the version that is waiting, hoping, almost but not yet believing, ends. And the version that knows, receives, and acts from the other side begins. Let's do the crossing now. I want to guide you through a threshold experience, not a visualization in the soft, vague sense of the word, not a daydream, not a fantasy, not a wishful projection of something you want. A quantum threshold crossing, a precise, intentional reconfiguration of your consciousness state, a real crossing of a real gate. Find a way to settle into your body right now, not by forcing relaxation, just by allowing your attention to drop down from the buzzing surface of thought into the deeper, quieter level of awareness that is always present underneath. The level that is listening to these words, not with the analytical mind, but with something older and more fundamental. The level that already knows what this transmission is about. The level that has been waiting for this moment. Good. Now I want you to feel the gate. It is right in front of you. You don't need to imagine it. It is actually there. It is the threshold between the version of you that has been waiting and the version of you that has already crossed. It is the threshold between the consciousness that filters abundance out and the consciousness that receives it in. It is the threshold between the old configuration, the one that says not yet, not me, not now, and the new configuration, the one that says yes, now, this. Feel the edge of it. Feel the quality of the air at the threshold. There is something different about it. A charge, a pressure, a sense of imminence that is both exciting and terrifying, and neither, all at once. This is the gate. This is what it feels like to stand at the crossing point. Now I want you to feel what is on the side you are standing on. Feel the familiar weight of the waiting, the familiar texture of not yet, the familiar story that has been playing, the story of almost, the story of preparation, the story of one day, the story of when I'm ready. Feel it without judgment. Feel it with compassion. This configuration served you. It protected you when you needed protection. It kept you moving when you needed to keep moving without knowing where you were going. It brought you here, to this gate, at this moment. Honor it. And now let it go. Not by forcing it away, not by fighting it, by recognizing that it is complete, that it has served its purpose, that the version of you that needed to wait has finished waiting, that the story of not yet is over, that you are standing at the gate, which means the preparation is complete, which means the crossing is now. Let it go the way you let go of a breath, not with effort, but with release. With the simple, clean release of something that is ready to be released. And now feel what is on the other side. It is right there. One step through the gate, and you are in it. One quantum collapse, and the new configuration is running. One crossing, and the abundance that has been accumulating, building, preparing on the other side of this threshold is available to you. Feel it, not as a fantasy, as a frequency. Feel the quality of the consciousness that is waiting for you on the other side of this gate. Feel the stillness of it, the clarity, the knowing, the quiet, unshakable certainty of someone who has already crossed. Feel the abundance of it, not as a pile of money or a list of achievements, but as a quality of being, as a way of moving through the world, as a configuration that sees abundance everywhere because it is configured to see it, that receives abundance freely because it is configured to receive it, that creates abundance naturally because it is configured to create it. Feel that. Hold it. Let it become real in your body, in your nervous system, in the quantum field of your consciousness. And now step through. Not symbolically, actually. Make the choice right now, in this moment, to be done with the waiting. Make the choice to claim the configuration of the other side. Make the choice to know, not hope, not believe, not try to convince yourself, but know that the gate is crossed, the threshold is behind you. The new state is your state. The abundance is your abundance. The version of you that was waiting is complete, and the version of you that is receiving has begun. The gate is behind you now. You are on the other side. Feel the difference. It is subtle at first. The quantum shift always is. It is not fireworks and fanfare. It is more like silence after noise, more like clarity after fog, more like the moment when you stop struggling to swim and realize you can simply float. It is the feeling of a configuration that is finally, fully, completely aligned with what is available. The feeling of a receiver that is tuned to the right frequency. The feeling of someone who has stopped waiting and started being. This is the other side of the gate. This is where you are now. And from here, everything looks different. Let's talk about what changes on the other side. Because this is not abstract. This is not philosophical. The changes are real, specific, and they show up in your daily life in ways that you will be able to see and measure and confirm. The crossing is real. The changes are real. And knowing what to look for will help you recognize them when they appear. which they will, and quickly. The first thing that changes is what you notice, your attention, the quantum instrument of your consciousness, the thing that determines what becomes real in your experience by the simple act of observing it. Your attention reconfigures. You start noticing things you didn't notice before. Opportunities that were invisible to the old configuration become visible. Connections that seemed irrelevant suddenly seem essential. Patterns that were hidden become obvious. Ideas that seemed impossible become interesting. The world doesn't change. Your capacity to see it changes. And what you can see, you can engage with. What you can engage with, you can act on. What you can act on, you can receive. The second thing that changes is what you attract. This is not mystical. It is quantum mechanical. The frequency you emit determines the frequency you interact with. When your consciousness reconfigures to the abundant state, the people and circumstances and opportunities that are in the abundance frequency begin to appear in your life. Not because you are magically attracting them from across the universe, because you are now visible to them in a way you weren't before. Because your reconfigured consciousness is now emitting a signal that is compatible with theirs, and compatible signals find each other. The right people start showing up. The right doors start opening. The right circumstances start arranging themselves. Not all at once, not magically, but with a consistency and a precision that will be unmistakable. The third thing that changes is what you are willing to ask for. This is the one that creates the most direct, most measurable change in your material circumstances. Most people are not poor because they lack opportunity. They are poor in money, in connection, in possibility, because they are not asking for what they want. They are not making the offer. They are not stating the price. They are not claiming the position. They are not raising their hand. They are not saying clearly and without apology, "Here is what I have. Here is what I create. Here is what I need in exchange. Here is what I am claiming." They are waiting to be discovered. They are hoping to be recognized. They are performing excellence and waiting for someone else to notice and reward it. On the other side of the gate, you stop waiting to be discovered and start declaring yourself. Not arrogantly, not aggressively, with the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who knows what they carry and is willing to claim the exchange that it warrants. This single change, the willingness to ask, to offer, to claim, to declare, creates more material change in your circumstances than almost anything else, because the universe can only give you what you are willing to receive, and you can only receive what you are willing to claim. The fourth thing that changes is your relationship to money itself. Money is energy. This is not a metaphor. It is a description of what money actually is. Money is a representation of value, And value is a form of energy, and energy flows through channels. And the primary channel that money flows through in your life is your relationship to it. Your beliefs about it, your feelings about it, your sense of whether you deserve it, whether you can hold it, whether it is available to you, whether it is good or bad or neutral or sacred or profane. Most people have a complicated, conflicted, deeply conditioned relationship to money. They want it desperately and fear it equally. They believe they need it and simultaneously believe they don't deserve it. They think about it constantly and refuse to talk about it directly. They pursue it and push it away in the same breath. This conflicted relationship is a configuration, and it is a configuration that is incompatible with receiving money in large amounts. On the other side of the gate, the relationship simplifies. Not because you stop caring about money, you care about it more, actually, because you understand it more clearly. But the conflict dissolves, the shame dissolves, the fear dissolves. What remains is a clean, clear, direct relationship with money as a tool, as energy in a particular form, as a resource that enables you to do more of what you are here to do, as a natural result of the value you create and the exchange you facilitate. And a clean, clear, direct relationship with money is a configuration that money can flow through freely, abundantly, in amounts that match the value you are creating. The fifth thing that changes is your sense of time. This is the one that surprises people most. On the other side of the gate, the relationship to time shifts from scarcity to abundance. The old configuration experienced time as running out, always running out, never enough, always behind, always catching up, always too late or too early, or not yet, or almost. The new configuration experiences time differently. Not as infinite. You are still mortal. The days are still finite. But as sufficient. As exactly enough. As the precise amount required to do what you are here to do. And this shift in the experience of time creates a shift in the quality of your action. You stop rushing. You stop forcing. You stop cramming and grasping and white-knuckling your way through the days. You start moving with the current rather than against it. You start acting from presence rather than panic. And action from presence, clear, aligned, unhurried, fully here action, is exponentially more effective than action from panic. These 5 changes: what you notice, what you attract, what you ask for, how you relate to money, how you experience time. These are the practical, measurable, daily life manifestations of what happens when consciousness crosses the threshold. These are the signs that you have crossed. Watch for them. Recognize them when they appear. Acknowledge them. Because acknowledging the evidence of the crossing reinforces the new configuration. It tells your consciousness, yes, this is real, this is happening, this is the new state. And that reinforcement deepens the crossing, stabilizes the new configuration, and accelerates the flow of what is available on the other side. Now, I want to talk about the blocks, because there are things that can interrupt the crossing, that can pull you back toward the gate, that can re-engage the old configuration even after you've stepped through. Not because the crossing wasn't real, it was. Not because the new configuration isn't stable, it is so, but because consciousness is a dynamic system, not a static one, and the old patterns have deep grooves, and the world you are moving through is still largely organized around the old frequencies. And so there will be moments when the pull of the old state is strong, moments when doubt arises, moments when the evidence seems to contradict the crossing, moments when the old configuration tries to reassert itself. These moments are not failures. They are not signs that the crossing didn't work. They are part of the integration process. They are the quantum system stabilizing in the new state, the way a substance that has just undergone a phase transition sometimes seems to flicker between states before fully settling, the way a laser, just past the lasing threshold, can seem unstable before it locks into coherence. This is normal. This is expected. And the way through it is not to force the new state harder, not to white-knuckle your way through the doubt, but to return to the gate, to remember the crossing, to feel again the quality of the other side, to let the new configuration reassert itself not through effort, but through recognition. The most common block is what I will call the evidence trap. The evidence trap is the habit of measuring the new state against the evidence of the old state. It is the habit of looking at your current circumstances, your current bank account, your current relationships, your current opportunities, and using them as evidence that the crossing didn't work, that the abundance isn't real, that you are still in the old state. This is the trap, because the evidence of the old state is not evidence about the new state. It is evidence about where you were, and where you were is not where you are. The circumstances of the old configuration take time to reconfigure. The physical world moves more slowly than consciousness. The crossing happens in consciousness first, and the material world follows. Measuring the new state against the old evidence is like measuring the temperature of water that has just crossed the freezing point by looking at the ice that formed yesterday. The ice is old evidence. The water is the new state. The way through the evidence trap is to measure differently. Instead of measuring against the old evidence, measure against the new frequency. Does this feel like the other side? Does this decision come from the new configuration or the old one? Does this thought arise from abundance or scarcity? Does this action come from knowing or from waiting? Measure against the frequency. and you will always know where you are. And if you find yourself in the old frequency, return to the gate. Remember the crossing. Reconfigure, not as a failure, as a practice, as the ongoing, daily practice of maintaining the new state while the material world catches up. The second major block is comparison, the habit of measuring your crossing against someone else's, the habit of looking at someone who seems further along, who seems to have more, who seems to have crossed earlier or easier or more completely, and using that comparison to undermine your own crossing. This is quantum poison. Not morally. I am not making a judgment about comparison as a character flaw. I am making a quantum observation. Comparison is a frequency that is incompatible with receiving. It is a frequency that says, I don't have enough. I am not enough. My crossing is not enough. And the universe, being a quantum system, mirrors that back. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. The crossing is not a competition. The gate is not a race. The abundance that is available to you is not diminished by the abundance that is available to someone else. These are not finite resources being divided among competing claimants. These are quantum fields of possibility that expand in proportion to the number of consciousnesses that are configured to access them. The more people who cross the threshold, the larger the field becomes. The more consciousnesses that are configured to receive, the more abundance is created. This is not zero-sum. This is quantum. This is abundance generating abundance. Your crossing is your crossing. Your gate is your gate. Your frequency is your frequency. And the abundance that is available to you, the specific, precise, quantum mechanically matched abundance that your particular consciousness is configured to receive. That is yours and only yours. No one else can take it. No one else can access it. No one else's crossing diminishes it. It is waiting for you specifically on the other side of your specific gate. And comparison is the thing that makes you miss it. Let it go. Cross your gate. Receive your abundance. And celebrate, genuinely and without reservation, every crossing you witness in others, because their crossing is evidence that the field is real. Their abundance is evidence that the gate is open. Their arrival on the other side is confirmation that the crossing works. The third block is the story of unworthiness. This is the deepest one, the most persistent, the most quantum sticky. The story that says, at the deepest level, below the affirmations and the visualizations and the positive thinking and the inner work, the story that says, I don't deserve this. That says people like me don't get this. That says there is something fundamentally wrong with me, something fundamentally insufficient, something fundamentally unworthy that disqualifies me from the abundance that the universe is offering. This story is not true, but it is old, and old stories have deep grooves, and deep grooves are hard to step out of, not because they are strong, but because they are familiar. Because the familiar feels safe. Because the known, even when it is painful, is less frightening than the unknown, even when the unknown is beautiful. Here is the quantum truth about worthiness. It is not a prerequisite for abundance. It is not a gate you have to pass through before you can access the gate of abundance. Worthiness is not a condition that the universe imposes on the flow of abundance. It is a story that human minds tell themselves. A story with deep cultural and psychological roots. A story that has been reinforced by every experience of lack and rejection and disappointment. But it is a story, not a law. The universe does not withhold abundance from the unworthy. The universe does not have a worthiness test. The universe has a frequency test. And the frequency test is not asking whether you deserve abundance. It is asking whether you are configured to receive it. Whether your consciousness is in the state that is compatible with the abundance that is present. Unworthiness is a configuration, not a fact. And configurations can change. They change at thresholds. They change at gates. They change at phase transitions, where the old state ends and the new state begins. The crossing you are making right now is, among other things, a crossing from the configuration of unworthiness to the configuration of reception. Not because you are convincing yourself you deserve it, because you are reconfiguring away from the story that you don't. The story ends at the gate. On the other side, there is no worthiness question. There is only reception. There is only the flow. You are worthy. Not because I am telling you so. Because worthiness is not the relevant variable. You are configured to receive. That is the relevant variable. And you are crossing into that configuration right now. Let me tell you about what millions actually looks like. Because I want to be specific here. I want to be precise. I want to move past the abstraction of abundance and into the concrete reality of what is available on the other side of this gate. Millions is not just a number. Millions is a way of being in the world. It is a configuration of consciousness that creates, attracts, and holds material abundance at a scale that most people have been conditioned to believe is available only to the lucky, the connected, the born into, the ruthless. That conditioning is the old state. That conditioning is the gate you are crossing through. Here is what is actually true about how millions are created in this moment in human history. They are created by people who understand value and are willing to exchange it. By people who have something, a skill, a perspective, a solution, an experience, a gift that other people need, and who are willing to offer it clearly, directly, and at the right exchange. By people who have crossed the threshold from waiting to be discovered to declaring what they carry. by people who have reconfigured from the scarcity consciousness that hoards and hedges and hides to the abundance consciousness that creates and offers and exchanges freely. Millions are created by people who have stopped asking permission, who have stopped waiting for the right moment, the right credential, the right validation from the right authority, who have recognized that the gate is open and stepped through and started acting from the other side, creating from the other side, offering from the other side, exchanging from the other side. Millions are created by people who understand leverage, not financial leverage in the narrow sense of borrowed capital, though that is one form of it, but consciousness leverage. The leverage that comes from aligning your unique gifts with a genuine need in the world, and then finding the most efficient possible channel for that alignment to create value. The leverage that comes from thinking in systems rather than transactions. The leverage that comes from building things that create value while you sleep, that reach people you will never meet, that solve problems at scale rather than one at a time. Millions are created by people who have crossed the threshold from trading time for money to creating value for exchange. This is one of the most fundamental threshold crossings available to a human consciousness right now, and it is one that most people never make, not because they lack the capacity. They don't. Not because the opportunity isn't there. It is. But because the crossing requires a reconfiguration that feels, from the old state, almost impossible to imagine. It requires the ability to see yourself as a creator of value rather than a seller of time. It requires the ability to think about your gifts not as things you do for an hourly wage, but as things you create and offer and exchange at the scale of their actual value. It requires the ability to stop thinking small, not arrogantly, not delusionally, but with the clear, quantum precision of someone who understands what they carry and is willing to claim the exchange it warrants. This crossing is available to you, right now, at this gate. The tools are there, the channels are there, the audience, the market, the need that your specific gifts address. All of it is there. What has been missing is the configuration, the consciousness state that can see it, engage with it, act on it, and receive from it. And that configuration is what you are crossing into right now. I want to talk about the quantum mechanics of receiving large amounts of money specifically, because there is a specific configuration required for this, and it is different from the configuration required for receiving small amounts. And most people never make the crossing from one to the other. Small amounts of money flow through effort. You work, you get paid. You produce, you receive. The exchange is direct, proportional, and limited by the amount of effort you can produce. This is the old configuration. It is not wrong. It is the foundation. But it is not where millions live. Large amounts of money flow through value. Not effort, value. The distinction is critical. Effort is what you put in. Value is what the recipient receives. And these two things are not proportional. A single insight, delivered at the right moment, to the right person, in the right form, can create more value for its recipient than 1,000 hours of effort. A single system, built once, operating continuously, reaching thousands of people, can create more value than a lifetime of direct service. A single piece of creative work, a book, a course, a framework, a product, can solve a problem for millions of people simultaneously, creating value that is orders of magnitude greater than the effort that went into creating it. Large amounts of money flow through value, and value is determined not by how hard you worked, but by how much the recipient's life changes as a result of what you created. This is the quantum economics of millions, and it requires a consciousness that is configured to think in terms of value rather than effort. A consciousness that asks not how hard am I working, but how much is this changing lives? A consciousness that is willing to be compensated proportionally to the value created rather than proportionally to the effort expended. This configuration change, from effort thinking to value thinking, is a threshold crossing. It is a gate. And on the other side of this gate, the mathematics of your financial life change completely. Not because you work harder, often you work less, but because what you are creating and how you are exchanging it is operating at a different level of leverage, at a different level of value creation, at a different level of scale. This is what the universe is releasing for you. Not a lottery win, not a windfall, not a magical transfer of wealth from somewhere to your bank account, but the conditions, the tools, the opportunities, the connections, and the consciousness configuration required to create value at the scale of millions. The universe is releasing the gate, and the gate opens into a version of your financial life that is built on value, on leverage, on the genuine contribution of your genuine gifts at the scale they are actually capable of operating at. You are standing at this gate right now, and the universe has been building toward this moment, accumulating the conditions, preparing the field, arranging the circumstances, for longer than you know. Stop waiting. Step through. The millions are on the other side, not as a fantasy, as a quantum reality that becomes physically real the moment your consciousness is configured to receive it. Now I want to address something directly. Something that I know is present for many of the people listening to this transmission. A voice that has been getting louder as this transmission has progressed. A voice that says, "I've heard this before. I've been told I'm special before. I've been told the abundance is coming before. I've been told to believe before. And I believed. And it didn't happen. And now you're telling me again? and I want to believe you. But I've been here before, and the disappointment of being here before and having it not happen is almost worse than never having believed at all. I hear that voice. I honor that voice. That voice is not weakness. That voice is wisdom. That voice is the accumulated learning of someone who has been at gates before and found them locked, or found them to be not gates at all, or found that the gate led somewhere different from what was promised. That voice is the intelligence of someone who has been burned by hope before and is protecting themselves from being burned again. And I want to speak to that voice directly, with complete honesty, without the sales pitch energy that you have learned to be suspicious of. Here is the truth. Not every gate is real. Not every threshold is a genuine crossing point. Not every transmission that tells you the abundance is coming is describing a quantum reality. Some of them are describing a fantasy. Some of them are selling a feeling, the feeling of being special, the feeling of being chosen, the feeling of being on the verge of something extraordinary, because that feeling is valuable and people will pay for it. And the feeling is not the crossing. The feeling is not the gate. The feeling is a simulation of the gate that never actually opens. How do you know the difference? How do you know whether this gate is real? You know by looking at what is being asked of you. A real gate asks you to change your consciousness configuration, to reconfigure from one state to another, to cross a genuine threshold in your awareness, your beliefs, your relationship to abundance, your willingness to receive, your capacity to act from the other side. A real gate asks you to do the inner quantum work of the crossing. It asks something real of you. A simulated gate asks you to feel good, to believe harder, to visualize more intensely, to affirm more consistently, to perform the external behaviors of someone who has crossed without doing the actual work of crossing. It asks you to act as if you are on the other side without actually reconfiguring the consciousness that determines which side you are on. This transmission is asking you to do the real work, the quantum work, the work of actually reconfiguring your consciousness, not through effort, but through the precise, intentional crossing of a real threshold. And the evidence that the work is real is in what you feel when you do it. Not the feeling of excitement or inspiration or hope. Those are surface feelings, and they are available from simulated gates too. The evidence is in the deeper feeling, the quiet, precise, almost boring feeling of a configuration that has actually changed. The feeling of a frequency that has actually shifted. The feeling of a consciousness that is actually genuinely, quantum mechanically on the other side of the gate. If you feel that, if somewhere in the depth of this transmission you felt that shift, that quiet reconfiguration, that clean settling into a new state, then the gate is real. then the crossing is real. Then the abundance that is available on the other side is real. Not as a promise, as a quantum fact. And if you don't feel it yet, if the old voice is still louder than the new configuration, then the gate is still right in front of you. It is still open. The crossing is still available. And the work is to go deeper. To go past the surface resistance, past the accumulated disappointment, past the protective intelligence of the voice that has been burned before, and find the place in your consciousness that knows, that has always known, that refused to stop knowing even when the evidence said to. Find that place, stand in it, and cross from there. The gate is real. The abundance is real. The crossing is real. And you are standing at it right now. Let's talk about the community of crossers. Because one of the things that changes on the other side of this gate is your relationship to the people around you. And this is important, practically quantum mechanically important, because the field of consciousness that surrounds you has a direct effect on your ability to maintain the new configuration. Here is the quantum reality of human consciousness. It is not isolated. It is not a self-contained system operating independently of the consciousnesses around it. It is a field, a quantum field, and quantum fields interact. They influence each other. They entangle. They synchronize. The consciousness states of the people in your environment, the people you spend the most time with, the people whose voices you hear most frequently, the people whose beliefs and frequencies and configurations you are most exposed to. Those consciousness states have a measurable effect on your own. This is why the company you keep matters quantum mechanically. Not just socially, not just psychologically, but at the level of quantum field dynamics. People who are running the old configuration, the scarcity frequency, the waiting frequency, the not yet frequency, will, simply by being in your field, exert a pull toward that configuration. Not maliciously, not intentionally, simply because fields interact, simply because the old frequency is a strong attractor, and consciousness naturally synchronizes with the dominant frequency in its environment. And people who have crossed, people who are running the new configuration, the abundance frequency, the receiving frequency, the already on the other side frequency, those people will, simply by being in your field, reinforce and amplify your new configuration. They will make it easier to maintain. They will make the new state feel more normal, more stable, more real. They will provide the environmental frequency, support that allows the new configuration to stabilize and deepen rather than flickering back toward the old state. This is why finding your people, your fellow crossers, your quantum community, the people who are on the same side of the same gate, is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is a quantum mechanical requirement for maintaining the new configuration in a world that is still largely organized around the old one. You need people around you who know what you know, who feel what you feel, who have crossed what you have crossed, who can reflect back to you in their presence and their frequency and their daily reality, the evidence that the crossing is real and the other side is real and the abundance is real. Seek those people, find them, build with them. Let them be the environment that supports your new configuration. Let their crossings be evidence for yours. Let their abundance be confirmation of the quantum reality you are stepping into. And be that for them. Be the evidence, the confirmation, the environmental frequency support that helps them maintain their crossing. This is the quantum community of the threshold. This is the network of crossers who are collectively anchoring the new state in the physical world. And you are part of it. You have always been part of it. The gate opening for you is the gate opening for all of them, and their crossings are the gate opening for you. We are crossing together. We have always been crossing together. Now, let's talk about integration. Because the crossing is not the end. The crossing is the beginning. And what you do in the days and weeks after the crossing, how you integrate the new configuration, how you stabilize the new state, how you begin to act from the other side in the daily, practical, concrete reality of your life. That is what determines how quickly and how completely the material manifestation follows. Integration is the process of bringing your behavior into alignment with your new consciousness configuration. It is the process of closing the gap between where your consciousness is and where your behavior thinks it is. It is the process of acting from the other side, consistently, persistently, in small daily choices as well as large ones, until the new behavior patterns are as natural and automatic as the old ones were. This takes time, not a long time. Consciousness integration is faster than most people expect, especially when the crossing was genuine and the new configuration is stable. But it takes time, and it takes practice, and it takes the willingness to catch yourself when you slip back into the old behavior patterns, the waiting behavior, the small thinking behavior, the I don't deserve this behavior, and gently, without judgment, without self-criticism, without making it a crisis, redirect, return to the new configuration, act from the other side, again, and again, and again. Here is a specific integration practice for the days following this transmission. Every morning, before you do anything else, before you check your phone or your email or your social media, before you engage with the world and its demands and its frequencies, spend 5 minutes at the gate, not crossing it, you've already crossed, but standing at it from the other side, looking back at where you came from, feeling the difference between the old state and the new one, feeling the quality of the configuration you are now running, feeling the abundance that is available in this configuration, feeling the knowing, the clarity, the stillness. 5 minutes, every morning, standing at the gate from the other side, feeling the new state, reminding your consciousness of where it is and what is available here. This practice, done consistently, creates a daily recalibration, a daily return to the new configuration, a daily reinforcement of the new state that gradually, over days and weeks, makes the new state so natural, so normal, so automatic, that the old state becomes the one that feels foreign. And then, from that recalibrated state, take one action every day that is consistent with the new configuration. One action that comes from the other side. One action that says, I am here, I have crossed, I am receiving, I am creating, I am exchanging. One action that is incompatible with the waiting state. One action that closes the gap between your new consciousness configuration and your material reality. It doesn't have to be a large action. It doesn't have to be dramatic or bold or perfectly executed. It just has to be real. It just has to come from the new configuration rather than the old one. A message sent that you would have been afraid to send before. An offer made that you would have held back before. A price stated that you would have minimized before. A vision claimed that you would have kept private before. A connection initiated that you would have waited on before. One real action every day from the other side of the gate. This is how the crossing becomes material. This is how the quantum shift in consciousness becomes a physical shift in circumstances. This is how the millions that the universe is releasing become the millions in your bank account, your opportunities, your daily reality. One action at a time from the configuration that can receive them. The gate is behind you now. The abundance is in front of you. And the path from here to there is paved with daily actions taken from the new configuration. If this transmission found you at the right moment, and it did, or you wouldn't still be here, consider returning to it in a moment of stillness, when you are standing at your next threshold and need to remember what crossing feels like. And if you know someone who is at their own edge right now, someone who has been carrying that quiet certainty and doesn't yet have the language for what they're standing at, share this with them. That act of sharing is not small. It is a bridge. When you send this to someone who is at the gate, you are strengthening both fields simultaneously, yours and theirs. Shared threshold recognition is one of the most powerful things two consciousnesses can offer each other. You crossed. Now help someone else see the gate. I want to close this transmission by returning to where we started, by returning to the threshold, by returning to the moment before the crossing. Not because you are going back there, but because understanding where you came from helps you understand how far you have traveled. You came to this transmission carrying something. You came carrying the certainty that refused to die, the knowing that something more was available, the sense of standing at the edge of something vast and not being able to name it. The years of preparation, of inner work, of refusing to give up on the version of yourself that you knew was possible. The persistence through every disappointment, every setback, every moment where the world looked you in the eye and told you to be realistic. You carried all of that to this gate, and all of that, every bit of it, every seemingly wasted year, every painful lesson, every moment of doubt that you survived, every time you chose to keep the certainty alive when everything around you said to let it go. All of that was the preparation. All of that was the frequency building. All of that was the quantum accumulation that brought you to the precise threshold frequency required to cross this gate. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was a mistake. The path that brought you here was the only path that could have brought you here, with the exact frequency, the exact configuration, the exact quantum signature required to cross this exact gate at this exact moment. And the moment is now. The gate is open. The crossing is complete. The abundance is available. The universe has released what it has been accumulating. Millions in possibility, in alignment, in material abundance, in the full comprehensive sense of a life that is operating at the level your consciousness has always been configured for. Millions are on this side of the gate. You are on this side of the gate. Stop waiting. You have been waiting long enough. The preparation is complete. The frequency is matched. The gate has been crossed. The new state is your state. The new configuration is running. The abundance is flowing. All that remains is to receive it, to act from it, to live from it, to build from it, to create from it, to exchange from it, to be, fully and without apology, the version of yourself that is on this side of the gate. The chosen one is not someone who was selected by an external force. The chosen one is someone who chose again and again to hold the frequency, to keep the certainty, to stay at the gate, to cross when it opened. You chose. 1,000 times you chose. And the universe has been watching. And the universe has been preparing. And the universe is now responding to 1,000 choices with a single complete quantum release of everything that was always yours. This is the moment. This is the gate. This is the crossing. This is the other side. The gate is open. You are through it. The abundance is yours. Welcome to the other side. And now, because integration requires community, because the quantum field of your consciousness is strengthened by the field of others who have crossed, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below this transmission. Not to tell me what you thought of the video, to declare your crossing, to state publicly in the quantum field of this community of crossers what you are claiming on the other side of this gate. What you are receiving, what you are building, what you are becoming, what millions looks like in your specific, particular, quantum mechanically unique life. Declare it, not as a wish, not as a hope, as a knowing, as a statement from the other side of the gate, as the voice of someone who has crossed. And read the declarations of others. Let their crossings reinforce yours. Let their knowing amplify your knowing. Let this community be the quantum field that holds the new configuration, that makes the new state normal, that reflects back to each of us the evidence that the crossing is real, and the abundance is real, and the gate is open for everyone who is willing to step through. We are crossing together. We have always been crossing together. And on this side of the gate, we build together. We create together. We receive together. We anchor the new reality together. One consciousness at a time, one crossing at a time, until the new state is the dominant frequency, and the old state is the one that feels foreign, and the abundance that was always available is simply the water we all swim in. This is what is possible. This is what is available. This is what the universe is releasing. And it begins with you. Here. Now. On this side of the gate. One version of you found this transmission. A different version of you is finishing it. The crossing is complete. The gate is behind you. The abundance is yours. Go receive it.